Recording in progress.
Hi. Hello and welcome to the Oracle Consularship brought to you by Vertex of Abundance. My name is HMSG Priestess Abossi. I will be your Oracle today. I was sent to deliberate the findings for a channeled reading. We're going to get in here, fit in here, and see what we got going on. If you're new, welcome. If you are returning, welcome back. Thank you for your continued support. It's a delight and an honor and a privilege to serve you. Thank you for allowing me the pleasure to do so. Vertex of Abundance is the galactic temple of ascension, delivering sacred messages from behind the veil. Today we will be imposing the guidance from Liminal 11. That's the Modern Witch Tarot by Lisa Sturl. And let's see what the energy is that I'm picking up, because a lot's to be moving through. I feel like a lot of energy is clearing from the astral parking lot. It seems like there's some strength, courage, and wisdom that we've been leveraging, and our true, genuine, authentic self is coming through. So that's our authentic self, true nature. Also, there's something about the life path, spirit, karma, destiny on our life that's manifesting. But something's coming out as hard and heavy. It might be us coming with the quickness, seizing upon the path. I'm going to move the camera again. Seizing upon the path, whatever, what have you. Okay, Seven of Pentacles. Ace of Swords, Emperor, Two of Cups. So the overall energy is the Seven of Pentacles, Ace of Swords, Emperor, Two of Cups. Overall energy, Seven of Pentacles, Ace of Swords, Emperor, Two of Cups. That's going to be the baseline energy. Now, all the other tarot cards that we bring out will clarify, modify these four cards here, the overall energy for this gathering here today. The Oracle Consularship, it's a channeled reading. So the four baseline energies are Seven of Pentacles, Ace of Swords, Emperor, Two of Cups. Now, Seven of Pentacles is planting seeds. Think of it as either investing. For some of us, we use the language, sowing, meaning you reap what you sow. So this is the initial laying the groundwork from a esoteric, metaphysical. I'm hearing the word exogenic. So this is going to tell us about this whole overall situation, whatever is about to be revealed. This could also be laying the groundwork for something, setting something up. It could be a strategy, a plan, an agenda. A strategy or an agenda. Typically, there's somebody moving with motives operandi here. Ace of Swords is basically the truth. It can be imposing a judgment or having absolute authority. It can even be documentation, paperwork. With the Emperor, this is self-governing, self-mastery, system, structures, foundations. It's also the divine masculine, so taking command in a type of way. Something happened over a couple of weeks ago, about two, where we, over the next 7 days, are going to begin to see some kind of truth, clarity come out, because there's a union here. Union, community, partnership with the Two of Cups. Typically, it's a spiritual union of some kind, maybe even a soulmate union, especially with the Emperor. From Etsy, we'll be using the Pop of Love Oracle provided by the Tarot to deliberate any findings around like unions, any type of pairings. So Two of Cups Emperor right off the bat, right from the jump. We have sentimentality here. Let's pull one more card, because there is some soul fragments that are lingering. Yeah, inner child healing. Seven of Pentacles might have been moving through the work that's in front of us with the Emperor here, that would be doing one's work. This is somebody with the word as a slate or a docket of things to do here. So as we pull more cards, they're going to clarify or modify these four energies here. Seven of Pentacles, Ace of Swords, Emperor, Two of Cups. Emperor falling before the Two of Cups tells me that over the last 2 weeks, some kind of truth is being worked on, coming out, and then Emperor falling, coming out after, or this Seven of Pentacles says that it's a process that's going to take about a week. It's going to take about a week for this union to work through, or maybe a week from now we'll be in some type of situationship. Because we have the divine masculine again, we have the Emperor and the divine masculine. So the Emperor can be, clarity of focus, action oriented, generous of heart, fiercely protective instinct, powerful presence, strong body and resolve, undaunted ambition, assertiveness, largeness of mind. It can be all that discipline. It can be all of that and then some, all of that and then some. So we'll figure it out here. I'm just adjusting the camera. My apologies. Excuse me, please, and thank you. I gotta figure it out because whenever I clean it, things get moved around. Okay, so I keep hearing that rumor has it, rumors. I think that's an Adele song. But we did have the divine masculine. We don't have the energy yet. Yeah, something's happening where the divine, okay, another energy came. Okay, the divine masculine came right back with what? A yes. We have a yes here. So there's a bit of an age difference as well, difficult differences. I need a card to pop. Okay, again, another card just came. Okay, so ego driven. So there's something here. It's saying that we're acting in our own self-interest. It doesn't necessarily mean like negative, negative. It can mean that we're kind of self-oriented right now, maybe self-possessed, so we're self-guided, self-directed, self-oriented. Um, it can be that we don't have enough to love or give love to the other person. And love is unconditional, I understand. So we can't maybe give filial love to this other side because something might need to be proven, or we're in our shadow and we're trying to prove a point with our ego. Somebody might be moving towards us or moving towards this other side. Now, the way that these cards came out, would say we're healing, and the way that we're healing, we're finally manifesting this love, McLova. That might be coming as well. But I had to read it two ways, but I didn't have, it's just because I haven't trained the divination system here. Yeah, there is a little bit of coming through, pulling through, healing from something. I was used to being the central focus of everyone's attention, but your magnetism outweighed mine, and I was insecure about that. Uh-oh. It might be an actual Leo that's coming through. They're now moving into this free will energy. They might have had to work through some family issues, or we might be family from another lifetime. I'm getting that. So something here is being worked out, and over the last week, that started to happen. Or over the next week, it's going to manifest. Over the last 2 weeks, that started to happen. Eight of Swords. So right now, there's some restriction, constriction, basically rules, regulations, restrictions. Something got wrangled down, restrained. With the Hierophant, it's being adjudicated. Something's happening through the worldly justice system, or some type of terms and conditions from another person, maybe even boundary standards, because there's some illusion, delusion, confusion here. Seven of Cups with the Ten of Swords. Something got canceled out or collapsed or whatever, what have you. Some love fell down to the ground. And it doesn't have to be, filial love. I mean, I feel like it is with the Seven of Cups and the Two of Cups. It could have been a spell got canceled out as well from a witch, Hierophant. It was spell work, Eight of Swords, Seven of Cups, designed to confuse or whatever. Maybe even constrict, not allow things to come towards us. We have a double seven already. We're about to have a double eight. And this is saying in a week, of course, something is going to be wrangled out. Some kind of um, summons is already out. I'm not getting a vendetta, but it's a fatwa. Like the universe wants information or wants energy to organize or impose some type of regulation over our timeline here. There was some projection, spiritual manipulation or energy projection here with the Eight of Wands. And now we're definitely dealing with love. Four of Wands, Ten of Wands, Devil. Yeah, so we were bound in some kind of way and that got broken free. And it was so that this pulpit or platform or this spot, throne that was consecrated, that it was divinely ordained, got waylaid. And we needed to take room into, we needed to take steps towards this birthright that we have. I feel it's not in the energy of birthright yet, but that's what I'm getting. It was basically an oath to the divine. We took a vow, an oath, a covenant to the divine. Four of Wands can be a covenant. Oath with the Hierophant, some kind of tower though. There might have been a forfeited or collapsed oath or covenant, which is bringing the devil. It can be that there's energies, entities, ideologies in the way of us doing this truth thing that we know towards. I think we're called to serve the divine. We're called to serve in the great orchestration, the grand plan, the grand design of the universe. We have a sacred calling on our life, a divine mission, a purpose. Excuse me, just one moment. I'm checking for the cat. Okay, just checking. We're called to serve in some kind of way, shape, form, or another. And I feel like we were doing something. It could have, it's the same energy, but it might have manifested in different ways. So we could have got distracted. We might have been called to serve in one way and we were doing this little thing over here. Because, delayed obedience is also disobedience. It could have been that something got in the way. Sometimes it happens when we align with a roommate or a lover or a friend. They can get in the way of our spiritual work because they're not 100% ordained by the divine. I don't know what that looks like entirely. There's something here. It can also be that we were bound. It's the same energy, but it's manifesting in different ways. It can be that we were bound in some way to some type of yoking, Two of Cups, with the intention of slowing down or this other energy, entity, ideology joining in our benefits, joining in our goodies, and that kind of got canceled out. Ten of Swords. Because this other side, they're buckling under the weight of their own karmic causes. They need to let something go. They might be under some illusion, delusion, confusion, some type of gaslighting, mirage, or glamour, mirror magic. It can also be that they're unhealed, unawakened. Seven of Cups is all of that. It can also be that they're living in sin or addicted in some kind of way. We have a pair of eights, we have a pair of tens, we have a pair of sevens, and we only have 12 cards out. We have a double Venus or triple Venus. Okay, so this is definitely about the covenant on my life, period, point blank. So this pair of eights is challenging to me, perplexing, especially with the Ten of Wands and the Devil. That means we're dealing with the pit, more like purgatory. So Moloch, Asmodeus, they could all be here. Lust, covenant breaking, false sacrifice, false worship, false reverence. A man could have become a plan, or we could have been putting so much time, energy, effort, and attention, so much so that it's almost like worship to the wrong energy, entity, ideology, to the wrong environment, surrounding location, to the wrong person, place, or thing, so much so that it's basically idolatry. Something might be the image of la-di-da or yada-yada. It could also be there's such a strong desire here. But that's, again, it's getting broken. Over the next week, there's going to be an energy shift. There's a cycle completing here with a pair of tens. A double 10 means that a cycle is completing. The Chariot, the Wheel of Fortune, with the Six of Cups and the Six of Wands. So that's telling me a couple few things, but I'm so happy that we talked about that timeline I was seeing, because remember what I said, this baseline energy could be clarified or modified, and it gave us clarification, then the modification is here. So let me tell you a little bit now about what I'm seeing, because yes, all of that was what the past used to be. What's coming, what's trying to manifest now is that we all went through something, this energy that we're connected to. It's a lova, McLova, some type of soulmate and twin, because we have Four of Wands, twin flame union, and Two of Cups, soulmate union. All we're missing is either the Lovers or the Temperance card. We already have the Emperor with 3 different Venusian energies. So something is going to be coming in. It's already kind of arrived in the ethers, Chariot, over here. Instead of being over here in the future, it's over here in the past. It's just not yet in the 3rd dimension, with it being, it's in the 6th dimension. So at the most exalted timeline is what the 6th dimension is. At the highest vibrational outcome, at the highest, most ascended timeline, we're together, because on their end we have the 6 of Cups, on our end we have the 6 of Wands. So the 6 of Cups is receiving anointing. 6 of Wands is receiving glory. 6 receive, according to the suit, is the energy. So 6 receive cups, glory. 6 receive cups, anointing. 6 receive wands, glory. If it were the pentacles, it would be favor. If it were the swords, it would be grace. So we received here the 6 of cups and the 6 of wands. That means anointing and glory. And then a pair of sixes means gifts, grants, favors, choices, support. So there's some love here, and it might be communicated back and forth. With the Justice card, because we have the Justice card with this Wheel of Fortune. So that's kind of like winning the lottery, hitting a jackpot of some kind. There's no Ten of Pentacles here. It's not cash money, dollar bills. Both of us wanted the same thing, but we were going about it in different ways, and we got in each other's way. Too many cooks in the kitchen. 5 of Wands. Something here was also demonic. There was some witchcraft. It was criminal or demonic. Something went bad. I'm hearing somebody was talking smack, a smack talker. 9 of Wands, Hangman. So that there was the evil eye, and we had to withdraw, to let go, to let God. Our new beginning full card got delayed, Hangman. But over the next few days, something's going to start where things come into alignment. I'm hearing strength, courage, and wisdom. I wonder if we're going to get the strength card. A little bit, but not fully. So Vertex of Abundance is the Galactic Temple of Ascension, delivering sacred messages from behind the veil. If anything resonates deeply with you, go ahead and like, comment, share, subscribe. Leave a review, book reception, send a donation. On Ripe Avocado, we will be deliberating any type of pairing energy from Cosmic Coven Tarot by Lillian Lazenby. We got the 7 of Cups here. And it's clarifying this pair of twos. We have 2 twos, a pair of twos. We have a pair of sixes, a pair of tens. We have a pair of eights and a pair of sevens. So we have a pair of twos, a pair of sixes, sevens, eights, and tens. Okay? So we have 5 different pairings in a 22 card spread. So the pair of twos is telling us some type of projection, glamour, facade, mirage. There was something projected at us because we were scrumptious, basically. 9 of Pentacles. It's Midas touch or golden goose. That's not been, you know, initialized yet. Something is yielding. We haven't created some type of enterprise from it. What we don't recognize here is that there's a lot of love to give towards us. Because this perspective that we haven't come into yet, which is currently some type of perception, is that we have options. Whenever these options, when we take a choice, we make a decision, we're going to be chosen. 9 of Cups basically means we've made it. This is desiring some type of contentment. Knight of Cups with the 9 of Cups. The other side did some kind of manipulation and also energy projection, because there's going to be a reconciliation here. 6 of Cups. So we did the pair of twos. Let's do the pair of we did the pair of sixes. So I think there's some clarity now where somebody's going to seize upon an opportunity because there was a wounding or a trauma really on our side. We're desiring clearance. We're desiring to make it through, to push through whatever. And suddenly or quickly, we're kind of yielding to the universe, and that's created some type of opportunity. Now, this singlehood, we have 2 opportunities on either side. Aces flanking this 9 of Cups. I said 9 of Cups, I meant 9 of Pentacles. The 9 of Cups is the one who's beloved. It's really the chosen. And then 9 of Pentacles is the one who's golden, Midas touch. Earlier, I called the 9 of Pentacles golden goose. I really meant Midas touch. What is this pair of sevens? Okay, so something finally happened, a collapse or an illumination, enlightenment to a union here. 4 of Wands or some type of platform, pulpit, throne, 8, pair of 8s. That's a progression, 6, 7, 8. Another 8. So 8 of Pentacles, Page of Cups talks about we're working on love. We're working maybe even on self-love because we're being haunted by the things that didn't work out. 9 of Swords, either remorse, regret, shame, guilt. There's a life review. We're confronting the depths of our soul. Knight of Cups with the Queen of Cups. Okay, so 8 of Pentacles with the Knight of Cups means there's another energy here working on coming towards us, and we're going to receive a message that's from the past. Queen of Cups, Eight of Cups means that somebody is manifesting according to their vibration. They're already living in love and they already have our love. So we're vibrationally attuned because the first three cards there were all cups, and then Eight of Cups or Eight of Pentacles, Queen of, there's going to be working on some type of commitment, or there might be one more person on the scene that could be competition. Actually, yeah, it's this witch, it's the sorceress. They've put a lot of work, energy, effort, attention into this union. What we want is come to the door. Four of Cups, Ten of Wands has already actually been manifested, but we kind of need to reach out and grab it. We need to put some favor on something. We need this a little tiny bit go in the direction of what we want in the universe. The energy is going to start to work in our favor. It might shatter other things. Something is going to come back towards us. What's this pair of tens? Oh, no, this pair of sevens, please. What's this pair of sevens? I just saw the Ten of Pentacles finally. So clearance. There's an alert that there's some kind of agenda. There's an alert that there's some type of illusion. Seven of Cups, agenda, Seven of Pentacles. Yeah, we're going to actually rush right towards something that's already ready to be manifested because it's what we want. What's this pair of tens, please? Yeah, so a heartache and heartbreak is finally over, and there's something pretty profound to get worked on. So we were supposed to build a legacy relationship, and it got regulated by a third party. It almost appears that we got rejected, and we were about to move on, move forward. But the universe is letting us know that this thing was waiting for us, but there needed to be some kind of separation, isolation, a cycle needed to be completed, and there was another energy involved. We had to yield to the universal flow. Vertex of Abundance is a galactic temple of ascension, delivering sacred messages from behind the veil. If anything resonates deeply with you, go ahead and smash that like button. From Los Gardabella, we will be using Vita Sibila to to deliberate any findings from correlative or corresponding energies, and this is the Daily Oracle by Vita Sibila. The Eight of Swords, just as Eight of Swords full card, Eight of Swords Wheel of Fortune. That means Eight of Swords Hierophant. Those are all mechanisms of the universe that wrangle something under control, bring something under control. And it's not here in the spread, but all around us. And the clarifiers, I kept seeing the Three of Swords, which mean that the universe has something going on that if we push too hard, we're going to get in the way of. And there's justice here on the other side. And we're in the higher energy. We need to kind of surrender, sacrifice, hangman. However, we have time on our side as well, Wheel of Fortune. I feel like somebody else got mastery over their life and they went in a direction to bring calmness to their life. Six of Cups. They were self-governing, self-mastery, Emperor. However, it was an illusion, delusion, confusion. It wasn't as it appeared, Seven of Cups. The reason that they were taking the decisions or the choices that they were taking or making, if they had more clarity, they might have left all the cards on the table where they were and went. They might have left everything on the table and came towards us is what I'm getting. There was also something projected either at them or onto us. Something about us might have been scary. Or an enemy made it through the gate. They were watching and they took the most advantageous moment. That is what actually happened. Six of Wands and the Devil. There was somebody there. Yeah. We got something happened bad. Well, we got bad news. There was something already there waiting and watching. They had all the details and they struck. And this card can be a block. They acted as a block. So I feel like this was supposed to come together with us, but a third party happened. And it's not like we are a third party. They're not entertaining a relationship with us, this other person we're connected to. But what's happening is that this person didn't have all the facts, so they went in a different direction. But something's gonna happen. Do we have a Knight of Wands? We have a Chariot. Well, the Knight of Wands came twice in the clarifiers, but I'm not gonna use that yet. I feel like the Knight of Wands is here. Yeah. We just got to be our loving, caring, bright, and compassionate self. There's going to be a reunion here, and there's love. This is us, l'amante, la matrice, and then see the reunion is coming back. This is coming back. Cupid's arrow is going to circle the block. Now, these tens are looking very interesting with this Wheel of Fortune, but I wanted to check and see why things were getting suspended. Okay, and that is answered. So something was designed for us, Speranza, the hope. That's the intended. And we came into that a little bit late. We got the message maybe a little bit late. And this other side, they were wanting, hoping, wishing, praying, but it was a longing. They didn't know. It looked to them like the sky was falling. So what is this Eight of Swords with this Wheel of Fortune? Um, things went as they went so that something could come back around. So Cupid's arrow can hit. Normally that would be the Tower and the Two of Cups, or not the Devil and the Two of Cups. That would mean that the love appeared to be unrequited, but that got shattered as an illusion. Ten of Swords, Seven of Cups, that got shattered as an illusion because something here was petty, basic. We needed to learn a karmic lesson, Five of Wands, and that's what the Seven of Swords, Seven of Cups and Ten of Swords is clarifying. This Two of Cups is actually this enemy. Their little orchestration machination is collapsing. That's what this Two of Cups is. This Emperor is this person, whatever they built, whatever they erected, some kind of committed relationship, that is an illusion. It's a facade. It's not real. In fact, it was criminal or demonic, that thing that they built. They didn't know that it was a form of evil eye. The evil eye might have been to triangulate us. I don't see that here in this deliberation. I mean, here in this record and here in the so my findings here don't show me that this evil eye that created a relationship was to affect us, but I'm still getting that impression. So this choice that we're making is the truth comes out, and we have a duty, actually, according to the universe, according to God. It was part of the agreement to be in a connection with this person. So what's been taking place is, while we've been doing our own thing, we've been growing. It's been teaching us some type of karmic lesson, and then boom, we have amore again. This is weird. I feel like I don't believe in waiting for a man. I don't believe in circling the block. If it comes back, great. If God CCs us on that email, great. But if somebody doesn't choose us, I'm sorry. Like, being rejected is part of what makes you unattractive. Like, if you I'm no longer attracted to people that aren't attracted back. Once it comes out into the open, like, hey, I like you, hey, I want you, and it's not a go, it's not a flow, immediately the attraction starts to grow and compound. But this is saying that something is coming back around, and it's love, and it's already being built in the background. And over the next week, la di da, yada yada, Yeah, something is about to start. I'm sorry, I'm just getting that so strong because there's going to be a collapse. This other person that we're connected to, they're stuck in a union that they don't want to be in, and they're being guarded. They're imprisoned in a relationship. I don't think it's abuse or coercion or whatever, but it's not. Yeah, they're either looking elsewhere, back towards the past, because they manifested something to soothe whatever they were going through, and I dislike that as well. But look at me, Madam Critical. You know, if you don't have the ability to lean into discomfort and to deal with unpleasant things, then that says something. It's just data, but it does say something. But we're not done with this Eight of Swords. So the Eight of Swords also came with the Hierophant. What is this? Because it means we might not be able to make a lot of moves because of the agreement that we made, because of the oath that we're under. We have to be supportive to whatever is going on because the universe is going to bring them some medicine, and part of the medicine is going to be because they are not getting energy according to ours. They're getting energy according to somebody else that's doing this wukuku soothing thing. If they're not doing, they're singing the kumbaya lullaby bullshit song. They're not, excuse my language, they're not um, actually coming together to cherish this individual. Okay, and then we have, because judgment is here. We have the episode with the full card, that's Sobek, the alligator spirit. When something is being weighed out, there's a judgment is about to be imposed. Yeah, it most of this stems from missing a window of opportunity. And really what it is that we're precious and somebody couldn't access our goodies. And frankly, alone in private, they received some type of message, but it was an imprint. They were tempted into something and they took it to make themselves feel better. What is this? Okay. Yeah, see, evil detected or competition. This can be competition. Yeah, it was a strike against us. And again, I don't have it here on the board, but the evil eye is here. And it was judged as wrong. Somebody else might have felt entitled or acted out of entitlement. It didn't work. It lessened. It's a karmic lesson. A mistake might have been made because they didn't know any better, but something here, the findings is there's punishment for this. The 501s, another word for that is danda. We're going to some archaic tarot meanings here, but danda is a Hindu principle of punishment, which basically means the mark of Cain in the Gnostic. I know in the mystical we use a lot of different systems, but there's a punishment here. So what does this Justice card have to say about the Eight of Swords? Okay, so they are not happy. They're stuck. And they're figuring out a way to go towards a mistake that was made because actually they didn't know that room was being held for them. What they perceived was some type of delay or displeasure, and they didn't process the situation correctly. This other side came under some type of judgment where now they're like, okay, I got a lot of strength left, but only a little fight left. I can't. Because now they're like saying, okay, well, this is temporary pleasure, or it's contrived, it's not real, it's not authentic, it's not in the flow. I'm curious if the divine has anything to say because it came out. Yep. There's a sense of not knowing any better here, and this person wants what they want. They settled, and then they realize that that's not who they want to be or what they want to do. Settling. Frankly, Cupid's arrow it keeps hitting. It's come 3 times. They want to bring the moment back. We have 7 of Wands. I'm going to actually expand this reading, and I'm going to check in to see what's going on, who this person is, if we can get more energy on this person. Um, I want to see if there's any more information on this third party, and we'll clarify a lot more, and we'll go from there. I may make this very accessible. The link will be in the show notes to the expanded reading. It's been an honor and a pleasure to serve you. Thank you for allowing the privilege to do so. If anything resonates deeply with you, go ahead and smash that like button. We're gonna clarify with Mr. Danishta's Panther Oracle. I absolutely love the deck. I know some of us have complained, but we're going to use 7 different vector systems to, 7 different vector points to clarify what this connection is. Because I keep hearing, give me the moment back, give me this one chance. Like, we have to try again. I have to know for sure. So there was some energy put on us to make us look kind of gross. I do feel like something got projected at us, but hold on. Just a quick prayer for all those that are lost out there to illusion, delusion, confusion, trapped in the seas of time, lost somewhere in the matrix, yet to heal, yet to awaken, yet to return to the resplendent grace, the divine, unconditional love, and universal oneness. Ho'oponopono. We love you. We're sorry. Please forgive us. Thank you. We pray that your steps be ordered, your path be illuminated, and that you find salvation and redemption in this lifetime. Until we read again, until we meet again, Namaste, Dandava, and Ashe. Sayonara, Vidanya, Avida Zane. Again, as I said, go ahead and check the show notes or the About section for the extended reading. And we have the Death card here. So, and it's in reverse. So something's trying to happen or it didn't work. It says inevitable, harm, or endless. Okay, so we're going to go ahead into the extended and clarify a lot more. I'll see you on the flip side. Take good care of yourself. Okay, honey? Bye-bye.